it's that time again, guys, where we are gonna look at yet another patch, and I'm sure there is going to be a really good patch, guys. Like always, Riot has very cool things in store for us. So, for buffs, they're buffing Alistair, sure, why not? Alistair's not as strong. Buffing Graves sounds fine. Buffing Kaisa sounds fine. So far, looking at that, Kaisa is going to be the most important buff out of all of these. Just looking at the champions itself. Second place, I would say... That depends what they do to Kayn. I think Kayn might come back as like a tank shredder, kind of, now that Sejuani and Zac is seeing some play. Severe might be big, but we'll see what they actually end up changing. I think buffing... Like, they're gonna have to hard buff Graves for him to come, and... Yeah. Nerfs, they're nerfing AMUMU for some unholy fucking reason. I don't know why they are nerfing AMUMU. I'm sure they have a good reason for that too, you know, right? Does a lot of strange things in their patch notes. Ornn is finally getting nerfed, good. We are gonna see if that's enough nerf to kill him. I doubt it, but because that champ is overtuned, they're nerfing Set again, okay. I think there's a couple champs that are missing on this nerf list, but let's just talk about certain ones that might be missing, right? So I think nerfing Bard is really good. This champ is not balanced at all. I think Echo Jungle is a bit strong. Still. I think that might be worth hitting. Not sure though. Gangplank I think is uber broken. I think that champ is not balanced at all. So that should be nerfed. I think Karthus Jungle is beyond broken. Should for sure be nerfs. I think instead of nerfing AMUMU, I think those champs are more important to nerf. Lee Sin is really unbalanced. I feel like I'm just saying junglers, but to be honest, the jungle champs are not really balanced. You know, they made Senna into a support, but now they're just playing AD carry Senna, but with support item, and that's a bit strong, but it's counterable with things like Ezreal Yuumi, right? So it's not that broken. Syndra is still fucking broken, by the way, like, people sleeping on her. Well, there you go, there goes the client. Because they're patching, so, yeah. But you see, there's missing some champs. I think that those champs needs nerfs instead of Blitzcrank and AMUMU. Bard I like. Rammus 2, why the fuck are they nerfing that? I don't know. But Bard, Ornn, Set, that's good. Let's see, looks like a small patch. Alistair, they buff him. Moo Cow needs more milk, yeah, sure. Health, more 25, okay, well that's gonna, you know, end up being an auto attack at some point in the game. Once he gets armor, and even during his ulti, so, you know, a little bit more tanky. It's fine, can help him survive an ignite tick, you know, it's not bad. Let's see, stack cooldown. Once charm stacks are consumed, Alistair can gain new stacks. Used to be after freezing cooldown immediately. Ooh. Okay, so what does this mean? Okay, right, so he gets this, right? And that's like when he heals and shit, right? Okay, he consumes and Alistair can gain new stacks instantly. Alright, so more sustain. I'm pretty sure that's it. Right, let's just see. I don't want to talk bullshit, but... Yeah, exactly. Fully charged, he heals himself. Yeah, so more sustain. Yeah, that's nice. It's not bad. But I mean, you're not picking Alistair for the sustain. You're picking him as a disengage tool / engage tool for your comp. And right now there are champions like Leona that does that job really well, and same with Nautilus. But there are for sure, especially now, like with champs like Zac coming in, where I can see a draft where Alistair is good. And having this will make laning with him a lot easier, because when you're playing AD carry and you're laning with an Alistair, this champ can feel really useless if he doesn't get the all-in. But, you know, having this passive more is gonna help him. But it's not gonna become pick and ban because of it, but it's just a nice buff, because the meta is going to make it so that you need some kind of disengage for your team. And Alistair is gonna be nice for that. Yeah, they're giving AMUMU cooldown ult for some fucking reason. AMUMU sucks. I don't know why they're doing that. Passive charm damage decreased. Well, that's not gonna nerf Bard. Bard is still gonna appear in everybody's lane, and that's the issue with this champion. But sure, he doesn't have as much damage, okay. But there's still gonna be a Moby Boots Bard. So, base armor decreased, okay. Well, okay. It's extremely random. But yeah, he's gonna get more punished now if his Q is on cooldown, so sure, there's that. But yeah, things like Blitzcrank Kalista is starting to pop up a little bit now that Kalista is starting to become a bit meta because of how the AD carry meta works, with things like Ezreal being picked, and MF people are starting to pick up things like Kalista, so Kalista Blitzcrank is okay. But I don't think Blitzcrank needs a nerf. I think this champ is very hit or miss, you know, if he, literally it's hit or miss. Your fucking Qs. If you don't hit the Qs, this champ doesn't do much. There are drafts where enemy has things like Lulu that he can actually break shields with his ult, and that has some value. But, you know, usually it's just his Q that has value. Just splitting up the support from his AD carry. And if that shit misses, then yeah, it doesn't have that much value. So the nerf is armor. Okay. Graves, more MR. Okay, that helps that his E doesn't give MR anymore, so this is a buff for that at least. Some more MR. Okay, that's pretty good. Okay, costless mana. This is super good actually. Not for jungle, but for laning. I think that Graves in lane with like lifesteal, with either Fleet or Conquer, and Domination second, he can actually abuse the overheal lifesteal stacking with like things like Death Stance and Bloodthirst really, really well, and he becomes a real pain, and he can easily push for prio. So he's pretty annoying in mid lane at least. So with this now costing only 60 mana, he's gonna be able to get off a lot more Qs, and it having less cooldown as well is gonna help. So this is both for jungle, but I think it's a lot bigger for laning than it is for jungle. And this one here is gonna make it a lot harder for mages to actually deal with him and break him, which is nice. I think this is cool, and for sure Graves mid is something to experiment with. Not sure about top lane, but mid for sure. Alright, Kaisa. Damage ratio decreased for her AP, but more missiles, okay. Right, well this is like nerf to like the Nashor's Tooth build and stuff like this, but you know, the more missiles should be making up for that. So W, 10 more base damage, 0.1 more ability, less AD. Okay. Alright, so she's gonna get to use her W more. The AP scaling on the W will be more, but the AD will be less. Okay. Right, well what this means is that you will have a Kaisa who gets a better AP scaling, but this having worse AP scaling. So it's not gonna change much. Like the thing with Kaisa right now is like when people pick things like Ezreal and maybe like Syra Khan, you can go things like the Nautilus Kaisa like all days. So the 12 thing on the Q is pretty cool. That's nice, I guess. But the W I don't think matters that much. I think the cooldown on it is good. The scalings is a bit weird. How they're adjusting that. I think they could have just kept it as it is and then just done this. But yeah, you're not gonna blind pick Kaisa because of this. This is not gonna make her broken. Like you can't just blind pick Kaisa because of these changes. Because there's still other 80 carries that are good right now that can deal with her. But is Kaisa good in the meta? Yeah. If enemies are picking things like Ezreal and Saya and those kind of things, then yeah, Kaisa is good. Only issue with Kaisa as well though is that she doesn't, like, you know, she has Nautilus, which is really good for her. Then every, like, there's, like, most other supports are like meh. Like, Kaisa Yumi is like meh. Meanwhile, Ezreal and Lucian Yumi is like poggers, you know? So, it's like, you go Kaisa not, okay, it's good. But, yeah, this is pretty cool though. And that's gonna be annoying in lane. I can already tell. This is gonna be annoying in lane. But this is only on the upgrade, so it's... Yeah, okay, I guess, yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's 6 AM. Yeah, so this is not gonna matter in lane. But this though might matter a little bit, but... It's... Then again, it's only 10 damage, and sure, you know, 10 base damage, it's like... It can matter, but when it's on an ability like this, where you're usually just doing one W, like, once in a while, it doesn't really matter. But you're only gonna get this if you go AP. So now with this going down, right, this one only going up a 0.1, I'm not sure. I think, like, you're still just gonna go full situational, you know? I don't feel like this is just gonna make it so, yeah, you're always gonna go AP. Like, I don't see it. So it's just weird. I think Kaisa's in the same spot as before. Looking at this. Like, just a counter pick. Kayn. Orb gain rate increases at 12 minutes. Increases constantly every second after 5 minutes. Okay. Well, easier to get orbs. Nice, okay. Poggers. Well, I know Envy Carry is really happy with that, and Cersei. W, decaying slow, 60 to 70%, helps his early ganks as well. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. Fine Kayn buff. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some red Kayn coming, now that tanks are, you know, starting to come back, but he kind of did lose his true damage on Conqueror, which sucks a bit for him, but still, I think it can still work. Lissandra, again, this champion, dude, like this champ, again with the AP ability power ratios, they're really forcing. I don't think this champ is that bad. I don't think this champ is that bad, guys. Like, look her AP scalings. Only thing with this champ that really sucks a bit is her range isn't that big. But her Q, 80%, right? This is 50. 70%. 60. 30, 75%. Like, this champ keeps on getting AP ratio buffs or base damages. I played this champ like 2 games in solo queue, like Master Challenger Elo, and I'm just one-shotting people. This is really cool, but like this is really big. I don't know. Lissandra is gonna come back, but issue is that, like, again, if you're blind picking things like Lissandra, right, an enemy then responds with like Vel'Koz, Victor, fucking anything, Seraph, Ziggs, like just long range mages, you just cannot play the game. They will get prio instead of you, especially if they have cleanse, and then you can't reach them, you just get poked down. But if the enemy are sinners and they're picking things like Kiana and Yasuo and LeBlanc, instead of now Lissandra being that little tanky bitch, she's gonna go full AP and she's gonna one-shot you. So, you know, I gotta be careful about blind picking Kiana, dude. And LeBlanc, Lissandra's gonna come on the rifts real quick. Attack speed growth, 3 to 3.5. Attack speed ratio, okay. I mean, Nico was a pretty good counter to things like the Gangplank. Gangplank is really broken right now. So, giving her some attack speed might help her come back to on-hit. We'll see. Let's see what happens here. 0.2 AP ratio, that's nice. And her R, she gets a bigger shield. And AP ratio is higher, okay. Yeah, well, AP Nico gets a buff, and on-hit also gets a little buff. Yeah, I mean, I mean, there are matchups where Nico on hit is good. But the question is always, is it gonna be better than like the Gunblade, Conqueror, Cannon, and things like this? But yeah, if you like to play on hit Nico, you can go experiment. If you like to play Glacial Nico, then now is the time. Have fun. Alright, this is gonna be the important one. So let's see. Let's just read first here. Passive and power damage decrease, well, doesn't matter. Like, this is no way picking him. Item auto upgrade level increase. See, this is what matters. This is what matters. The damage part of Ornn, sure, of course. It's frustrating getting one-shotted by a fucking Ornn. That makes no sense. But the items is what's fucking bullshit about this champion. Because this champ does it all. This champ has wave clear. This champ has engage. This champ has disengage. He has tons of CC as CC in his basic abilities. He does not go He can build fucking items without basing. Right? He gives your teammates stats. He does it all. And on top of that, he one-shots you. So let's see. Brittle proc damage. Okay. 12 to 20.5% target maximum health. To 10 to 18. Okay. That's good. Especially, like I said, in this tank meta. It's gonna come. It's gonna do less damage to tanks. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. And when he upgrades his own items, it's going from level 12 to 13. This is big nerf to lane Ornn, of course, but it's even bigger to jungle and support Ornn. Riot has done this before as well, and they do it again. And getting level 14 and 15 and 16 and 17, right? As a jungler, it's not that easy. Especially as a support. So he kind of loses a lot of his flex value here. So it's like mid and top Ornn is of course still going to be a thing. Regardless if you nerf this damage. Like this damage here, like yeah, you nerfed Ornn's damage, sure, okay. But Ornn is still Ornn. But nerfing the items, this is nice. It's good and it's good direction. Because if Jay just did this, right? They just did this damage, like, I'm still, at least me, I'm still gonna value Ornn. Like, Ornn is fucking, this champ is not balanced. And 10 to 18% is still a lot, by the way. It's still fucking a lot. But yeah, this is good. It's good nerf. Will it still be played? Yeah. But I doubt we're gonna see a lot of jungle Ornn and support Ornn. Even though support Ornn is pretty good against Nautilus, it's just you do lose a lot of value of the champ by not getting items. Yeah. Not even gonna talk about that. It's a waste of time. Okay, loses more armor. Yikes, poor set, man. Because this champ usually struggled versus like Pokey. Another champ that Nico would be fine against is set. But yeah, things like Singed and Karma, kind of Gangplank, Nico, Kennen. Like these kind of pokey kind of champions he struggled with. But now nerfing his armor as well, he's gonna start struggling a little bit versus AD champs as well. Yikes, and the health regen goes down again. Okay, Muga ass. Slow duration. Yeah, well. I mean, it's even riskier to blind pick set now. And again, like this doesn't just hurt AD matchups, this is going to hurt his AP matchups too, because they also attack him. Especially things like Cannon. So, blind picking set again is a lot more risky now. And it's gonna be punished more. This is gonna result into him losing some CS, maybe having to giving up EXP, which prevents him getting a lead and getting items, so it's gonna snowball. Nerfing base stats is a really big deal. And I think we'll be seeing a lot less blind set. That is for sure. I know a player that is not happy seeing nerfs to this champ. But I know a player that's happy seeing buffs to this one. Q damage. Okay. Nerfed early. But guys. There's always a but. The AD ratio is higher. So this means that she's gonna probably do more damage than what she used to do at around Essence Reaver. probably. Which is fine. That's Severe is happy with that. But, you know, in solo queue, this might be a little nerf for like early game, because early game is really important. But for competitive, you can play around this for sure. So, yeah. I think it's okay. And, you know, of course, when you have Essence Reaver, i.e. fucking Mercurial, right? Like, this is gonna be a lot more damage on your Q. And the isolated severe Qs, they hurt. So, yeah. And level 1 point is still the same. Level 2 is only 5 base. But it is per pass, though. So, it's gonna add up. So it sucks a little bit to lose the base, but the scaling is nice, and I think it fits a champ like Severe. This is for sure good, and when buffs like this come through, it always surprises people, because people are used to the 20% buff, and then all of a sudden she buffs you 30%. And when 5 people are running 10% faster than what they actually should, you know, it can catch people off guard. At least for the first 1 or 2 patches. AD growth. Wait, we're reverting. Wait, she's back to top lane, or wait, what's happening? We're reverting mid, so we didn't go forward. Keep her out of top lane for good. No, you don't. You can still go over top even without the support item, by the way. Like, there's always, like, what happens when strats like this comes, right? Right nerfs it, and then they think it's gone, and then they think they found a change, and then it comes back. Like, it's gonna come back. It's gonna come back in one way or another. It's gonna come back with them just going fucking spell thieves and farming a little bit, and then just going around roaming and poking people and getting gold that way. There, she has 20% self-movement speed. There. She's gonna run around the map. There's gonna come back some kind of shit. You don't need support item. She can even just start Doran String. Just farm a little bit if she wants to. But I think she can legit just go support item. Farm a little bit, but of course without farming gold on the enemy. I know that doesn't work. But she just farms a little bit. Some CS, right? Make sure she has like 20 at like 5 minutes so she doesn't get the debuff, right? Pretty sure it should still work like that. And then she will, at that point, right, at 5 minutes, just start running around the map. And then she's around her teammates and she'll farm gold. So sure, she'll have less gold, but she has this movement speed. That's what she really cares about. Dishonored doesn't really care. She'll always be behind in gold, usually, unless she starts getting kills. So, I think saying it's gonna be out for good, I wouldn't say so. I see a world where some guy is gonna come in a patch or two with some new fucking Sona shit, and it's gonna be because she's really fast. So, when you try to cast an ability outside its max range, one of 2 things will happen. Either you'll walk into range and then cast the ability, yeah, or the ability will automatically cast at max range in that direction. We're changing the 3 abilities below to all follow the cast at max range behavior based on how we see players, especially new players, try to use them. In Syndra's case, especially... Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean, no joke. I legit, this Syndra thing, it fucks me up sometimes. So, yeah. Because, like, I cast a Q, and then my E, and then there's no ball. I see so many people fail this Q one. The E one, I don't see people fail that much. The Misfortune E. But the Syndra Q, I see a lot of people failing. So, this might be good. But I don't know. Jungle champions. This was the most useless shit, by the way, when Riot did this. But Poppy is a fine jungler, by the way. Okay. Well, this is also buffing Darius top lane, by the way. He's just gonna yoink Krugs now. Okay. Well, I mean, if Mordekaiser turns out to be a good jungler, you know, that's just a fucking another lane for him to be flexed in competitive. Meanwhile, Poppy jungle, I think is fine. Like, I don't think this is bad pick, by the way. So, I don't know. Don't know why they're buffing Poppy. Like, how is Mordekaiser and Darius being buffed in the same section as Poppy jungle? I don't get it. Third place grants more gold. Well, there you go. That's the Sig's buffs. Sig buff. 40 more, okay, good. Yeah, fuck you, sinners, roaming. Nice. This is nerf to Kassadin as well, because he usually loses some plates. Never mind, turret plates take 17% reduced damage from range champs. Never mind, I'll take it back. Well, what this does mean, though, scaling is what this means. This means scaling, boys. You know what this means? This means scaling. This means that your little bot lane is most likely going to keep their turret a little bit longer. What else are they doing? Outer turret armor and MR. Okay, it goes down. Okay. 45 per nearby enemy jump. Second. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Alright, so when people... Yeah, when your jungler comes and dives bot lane, you kill bot lane, it's gonna be harder to take. This is pretty big for mid lane, but for bot lane too. Right, might create slower game in sense of turrets breaking, but more snowball in terms of the gold gained. It's gonna be nice for Herald as well, I guess. Heralding for plates is gonna be even better. Alright, nice, I like it. I think promoting people to fucking lane is good. Blade of the Ruined King. Basic attack deals, yeah, 8 and now 8 for ranged and 12 for melee. Yeah, this is gonna be good for champions like Renekton to help shred tanks, and again, the tank meta that might be coming is good. For range, this is gonna be the same, so it's just for melees, but might make Tryndamere versus Malphite matchup a bit easier. Change also applies to Might of the Ruined King. Yeah, well, I mean, if you can still stack those, then you're sitting there with 24, no? Yeah, it should be 24 target current health. So you can buy double and you're like really shredding. Lifesteal increase. Camille is extremely happy. 18, okay. Active 450. Wait, there has to be a nerf somewhere here, no? Active center point 125. That's probably at your basic attack range. Sorry, Rengar. Wait. This just flat out buffs. And there's no gold cost or anything. Dude, Irelia and Camille are smiling and laughing right now. They are hardcore laughing. What? Like, Irelia has so long auto range, no? Where's her passive? Yeah, I mean, the Bruisers are gonna be really happy. Can't wait for a Trundle to pull up with Blade of the Ruined King and Ravenous Hydra and just lifesteal and kill everyone. Buffing Titanic Hydra. Okay, again, just making easier to shred tanks. I mean, 4 tanks, I mean, fucking, yeah, this is really good for Sion. I know the boss is really happy. I'm sorry for this, I'm a bit sleepy. So I'm reading a bit wrong. But yeah, of course. Yeah, it scales with your user's health, and that's why it does a lot of damage for Sion, for example. I know the Kerberos, who is a challenger EOS top laner, I know he goes this on Cho'Gath, and I think he's gonna be a bit happy seeing this. Spell Thieves. Main support line is for me. So they're basically making it so that you have to be close to ally. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, like they're just gonna still go this, I think, and just farm, and then when they're roaming, they're close to teammates anyways. So sure, they're gonna be behind in gold, but I don't think they care. You're playing it for the impact, not for the individual gain. Okay, this is good. I think this boot will still be broken, but it will make it so that there are cases where, you know, the support has like 925 gold. Right, 925 gold or 900 and stuff like this. And he can't afford it now. And that's good. That's good. And then buffing is the same. Alright. Yeah, sure. I mean, that nerfs my Glacial Vagar a little bit because it has slow reduction, but, you know, this boot is pretty shitty. I know that Senna is happy for this. Who else? Who else is happy for this, actually? It's Senna, and who else? Is there any other champ that actually uses this? Like, unironically? Not that I can think of, no. And I mean, nah, I can't remember anything. ARAM, nobody gives a fuck. Bug fixes, anything? Nah, upcoming skins, yeah, they're fucking cool, nice. Alright, well that's the patch, guys. Well, nothing too crazy, the main things are the items, and I think Ornn is still gonna be broken, but loses some flex value. And will take longer to come online in terms of items. And he'll do less damage. Maybe he'll be balanced. Who knows? Let's find out. I think it's gonna be a lot easier for boosters to deal with tanks. I think this item here might be a bit strong. But yeah. I think this item might be a bit strong now. And I like this. But for the champions, I think that in terms of buffs, this is just a reminder that Lissandra exists, and giving her 0.1 ability power ratio on Q, which is her main ability that she maxes and spams, is really, really big. And people are sleeping on this champ. I think it's fine. The champ is good, just don't blind pick it. So yeah, that's my thoughts, guys. Bye-bye.